Welcome once again, everybody. Let's quickly solve this question together. I'll try and be as snappy. I will not waste your time, but you have to be patient with us. Here, look at this. What can we do here? Now, the only thing we can do here is to make this expression look like a quadratic equation. So how do we do that? Look at your a raised to the power of 6. It can be expressed as this. So tell them, let a raised to the power of 3 be x. So therefore x is equals to a raised to the power of 3. Don't forget this one. And don't forget that you can have this x times x, which is the same thing as x raised to the power of 2. And your x is a raised to the power of 3. So multiply by a raised to the power of 3. And in indices, once you have identical base, you take one of them, then you add the exponent. 3 plus 3, that will be 6. So your a raised to the power of 6 is actually x raised to the power of 2. So let's substitute the value. So x equals to 72. Bring this one here. Is equals to 0. So what's the next thing to do now? This is a quadratic expression. So we are going to use factorization method to solve it. What are the two numbers? When you add them, it will give you 72x squared. When you multiply, it will give you 72x squared. When you add, it will give you minus x. So it's 8x and minus 9x. You can do the calculation on your own. It's called that when you multiply these two to give you this, when you add 8x minus 9x, it will give you this. Okay, just take this plus 8x minus 9x minus 72 equals to 0. I just want to be snappy. Okay, introduce your brackets. Once you introduce your bracket here, the sign inside here will change. Then factor out what is common. Because 9 times 8 is this, equals to 0. So what's the next thing to do now? Now these are the same. So you take one of them, x plus 8, and x minus 9 equals to 0. Now we have two equations. So transfer this one here. You have x is equals to minus 8. Then here, transfer this one here. X is equals to plus 9. But they didn't ask us to calculate x. They actually asked us to calculate a. From the question, they asked us to calculate a. Look at it from here. A. This is the a they asked us to calculate. So, what do we do now? I told you not to forget a particular equation that time. This one. X is equals to a raised to the power of 3. So, let's use the two values of x that we have gotten. Here, minus 8 is equals to a raised to the power of 3. So what we are going to do is to multiply both sides by cube root of 3. So obviously this cancel this. And the meaning is that, tell me what 3 numbers. When you multiply these 3 numbers, it will give you 8. And that here, minus 8. So it's actually minus 2. Minus 2 times minus 2, that's plus 4. Plus 4 times minus 2, that's minus 8. So the number that when you multiply it 3 times, when a number that will multiply itself 3 times and will give you minus 8 is minus 2. So that's our value. A is minus 2. Let's get the second value of A. Let's use 9. 9 equals to a raised to the power of 3. So multiply both sides by cube root of 3. This cancel this, and you have this. So therefore, a is equals to minus 2 or cube root of 9. See you in another class. Bye for now.